On Crimewatch tonight, police officers' vigilance puts a stop to a spate of motorcycle thefts. And find out more about the Public Transport Security Command.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Crimewatch. I'm ASP Jessica Ang. Every day, an average of 2 to 3 motorcycles are reported stolen. Due to its structure and size, motorcycles are relatively more vulnerable to theft than a motor car. However, there are measures you can take to avoid becoming a victim of a motorcycle thief. Solving cases involving vehicle theft requires more than clever intelligence gathering and meticulous investigation. Extreme alertness and watchful eyes of officers when they're out on the streets are just as critical. In our first story, we look at the spate of motorcycle thefts in Toa Payoh and see how officers' vigilance put a stop to that.
That day in March 2009, Tin Chung Kam, as he normally would, parked his motorcycle at a multi-story car park in Toa Payoh Lorong 1. But when he returned a few days later, his bike was nowhere to be found. Tin Chung Kam immediately went to report the case to the police at the neighborhood police post.
So where do you park your bike?
At Toa Payoh Lorong 1, Lot 156A.
What's the model?
Yamaha RZ
Can you give me the registration number of your bike?
FR5754J.
Abdul Jalil, an officer with many years of experience handling theft of vehicles, was assigned to solve the case. After ensuring basic requirements such as sending lookout messages for the stolen motorcycle, Ayo Jalil did an online check to see if any parking summons for the stolen motorcycle had been issued. His experience told him that such motor vehicle theft culprits usually would not have parking coupons or cash cards with them to pay for parking. Hence, he would be able to locate the stolen vehicle if parking authorities such as HDB or URA had parking summons records against the stolen motorcycle. In his first screening with HDB on the morning of 23rd of March, Ayo Jalil found no summons issued against FR5754J. Later in the same afternoon, Ayo Jalil made another screening. This time, he found something. At about 12:29 p.m., a parking warden had found the stolen bike FR5754J with no parking coupon. A ticket was immediately issued. Ayo Jalil immediately called up the parking division of HDB and confirmed that the stolen motorbike was parked at Jalan Bukit Merah without a parking coupon. Ayo Jalil and his team left for Jalan Bukit Merah to locate the stolen motorcycle FR5754J. Unfortunately, the motorcycle was no longer there.
Okay guys, we observe from here for a while to see if the motorcycle come back or not.
The team decided to wait, ready to intercept the stolen motorcycle should it show up. But it didn't. Determined to solve the case, the next morning, Ayo Jalil went through police records of recent motorcycle theft cases. A report filed about 2 months ago on the 1st of January 2009 caught his eye. A motorcycle had been stolen from a multi-story car park at Lorong 1, Toa Payoh. The victim was Neni Arfa binti Abdullah.
I parked it at the multi-story car park at block 156A, Lorong 1, Toa Payoh.
The incident occurred at the same car park where Tin Chung Kam's motorcycle was stolen from.
What is your registration plate number?
FY1801 X.
And the brand and the model?
Okay, it's a Yamaha Y125Z.
Soon after the report was made, a gazette was issued to all police units.
House room, this is Station Inspector Chu from Bukit MPP. Please send out lookout message for one stolen motorcycle. License plate number, Foxtrot Yankee 1801 X-ray.
8 days later, on the 9th of January, the missing motorcycle was found abandoned at a car park in Jalan Bukit Merah. This was the same car park where Tin Chang Kam's motorcycle was summoned.
Alpha 3 Romeo 3 Bravo, I got one vehicle, Jalan Bukit Merah over. Roger, vehicle will be Foxtrot Yankee 1801 X-ray over.
Roger, stolen vehicle over.
Roger, stolen, Roger.
Okay guys, over the past 3 months there's a series of motorcycle theft at Toa Payoh Housing Estate.
Armed with what he had found, Jalil gathered his team for a crime conference.
This year, the Yamaha motorcycle FY1801X was reported stolen from Block 156A, Lorong 1, Toa Payoh.
From the records, 8 out of 12 cases over the last 5 months happened in the same Toa Payoh estate. And more, Nenny's bike was recovered at a car park in Jalan Bukit Merah, the same car park where Tin Chang Kam's bike was summoned for parking without a parking coupon. There was a link between the two cases. Confident that their analysis of the case was on the right track, Ayo Jalil and his team proceeded for another ambush at Jalan Bukit Merah.
Any question?
No, sir.
Let's go.
Being experienced IOs handling countless motorcycle thefts, I.O. Jalil and his team had developed the habit of looking at motorcycle number plates while on the roads. That investigative instinct was indeed pivotal in helping to end this series of motorcycle thefts.
Hey, this motorcycle license plate number look familiar. FR5754J.
A quick check through his records confirmed that FR5754J was indeed the stolen motorcycle.
I.O. Jalil here. We are trailing one stolen motorcycle, Foxtrot Romeo 5754 Juliet, along City Tunnel towards Jurong. Where's your driving license? Where's your driving license?
I don't have one.
Whose bike is this?
My friend's bike.
Who is your friend? What is his name?
Irwan.
When a name different from the actual owners was given, the I.O. immediately confirmed their gut feel that something wasn't right.
Where's Irwan now? We are placing you under arrest for suspected theft motorcycle. Come, follow us.
Norden didn't hesitate to give the police Irwan's address.
Yes?
I.O. Jalil from Tanglin Police. We are looking for Irwan. Is he in?
Irwan, in.
Can you open the gate, please?
Yes?
Are you Irwan?
Yes.
I.O. Jalil from Tanglin Police. We are placing you on the arrest for motorcycle theft.
What motorcycle theft?
Follow us to station.
I didn't do anything.
Is this your bike?
No.
Whose bike is this?
I don't know.
You know the guy inside the car? You know him?
Nordin.
Norden said this bike belongs to you. Where did you get the bike from? Where you get the bike from?
I stole it at Toa Payoh.
Come. Okay, Irwan, how many more motorcycles did you steal?
Can't remember. More than 10.
While in custody, Irwan and Norden confessed to stealing 12 motorcycles between November 2008 and March 2009.
Sometimes I did it alone. Sometimes with Nordin.
Did you steal a motorcycle?
Yes.
Irwan would normally first try and pick the locks of motorcycles at random. He would go for motorcycles which fit his key. near one would then take the motorcycle for joyrides and at times use it to move around from place to place. On several occasions, he took Nordin on rides. And on several occasions, Nordin was his lookout. Whenever the stolen motorcycle ran out of fuel, the riders would abandon the vehicle.
Muhammad Irwan was convicted of 12 counts of motorcycle theft and riding without a valid driving license and without insurance coverage. He was sentenced to 42 months imprisonment, a $2,000 fine, and a 5-year disqualification from driving all classes of vehicle upon release. Muhammad Nordin was convicted of 6 counts of motorcycle theft, riding a motorcycle without a valid driving license and without insurance coverage. He was sentenced to 39 months imprisonment and an 8-year disqualification from driving all classes of vehicle upon release. As the story has shown, a motorcycle thief may use a key similar in shape and size to the original. He may then force a key into the keyhole and attempt to start the engine. Police records have shown that motorcycle thieves usually strike late at night or early morning before the sun rises. These are times where human and vehicle traffic are usually low. Police records have also shown that of the 12 motorcycles stolen by Irwan and Nordin, 8 were Yamaha motorcycles whose engines were found easily ignited with their key. To protect your motorcycle, you might like to consider the following measures. Park your vehicle in well-lit areas. Remove the ignition key and secure your motorcycle with an additional lock such as a wheel lock or disc brake lock, even if it is only for a short while. Do not keep your ignition key inside the rear box compartment or under the seat. If possible, install an anti-theft alarm system as an additional safeguard. Do take note of the precautions if you own a motorcycle and don't want to have it stolen. Remember, it can happen to you too. After the break, witness some of the training that Transcom officers go through. Every day, many of us rely on public transport to take us to work, school, and recreation. The high human traffic at the various public transport interchanges and stations, however, give rise to security challenges. Terrorist attacks in London, Madrid, and Mumbai have also shown how the public transport network can be a vulnerable target. As a result, the Public Transport Security Command, or Transcom, a specialist unit designed to protect the public transport network, was formed by the Singapore Police Force. Police officers in Transcom, known as Transcom officers, are trained to handle a wide range of security challenges within the public transport system. In this segment of Crimewatch, you will witness some of the training that Transcom officers go through.
Okay, good evening, guys. Okay, you are here today to learn about SMRT. You're going to patrol this station during your course of duty. You are here to learn hands-on on what you have learned in the classroom.
As part of their training, Transcom officers have to acquaint themselves with the various safety systems and measures in the public transport system. This is to ensure that the officers can perform their duties in the safest possible manner for themselves and for the commuters.
In the tunnel, you will observe safety precaution so that you will not get yourself killed or those people you are in charge of killed.
Besides public areas within the MRT stations, Transcom officers also need to familiarize themselves with areas prohibited to the public. One such area is this control room. In this room, CCTV systems monitor what goes on throughout the MRT station. The station is equipped with surveillance cameras located at strategic points.
If anyone should open this door, right, the camera will automatically bring up this image and there will be an alarm. So normally for us to access it, we have to make prior arrangements. We have to inform the station manager here, we have to inform our operation control center. If we open it without informing them, they will be taking it as an intrusion.
Other out-of-bound areas include train tunnels and tracks. In pursuing suspects who might encroach into these prohibited zones, Transcom officers will need to know the dangers ahead and adopt the appropriate safety protocols.
Imagine if you are in the tunnel or on the track, what's the most dangerous thing? The third rail. You are aware of the third rail. That is where the electrical power to the trains comes from. Try not to touch it at all.
Besides being knowledgeable about the public transport system, Transcom officers are also specially trained to deal with crime and security threats in the public transport system. Skill in security sweeps for suspicious objects is a must for all Transcom officers.
In the event of any bomb threat situation, you're supposed to sweep the station to ensure everything is clear. In group of 4, you spread yourself out, you will check every corners of the station. Any of the doors, any of the opening that can be opened, you have to check to ensure nothing is hidden inside. You must make sure that everything is clear. And when we do this kind of search, please be mindful that you need to do it discreetly because we will not want to alarm any of the members of public.
Transcom officers are also trained to work closely with the staff of the public transport operators to defuse any security threats that might surface during emergencies.
When upon arrival at the station, the first thing that you need to do is to inform the station staff. You need to divide your search area. Maybe the station staff will take the concourse, you will take the platform area.
Added training is also given to Transcom officers to help them better spot and check suspicious persons within crowded public transport nodes. Due to the nature of their work, Transcom officers are also expected to remain vigilant at all times. Since Transcom was formed in August last year, Transcom officers have made an average of 30 arrests a month. After the break, catch Transcom officers in action nabbing a snatch thief.
While Transcom's primary focus is on security, its presence within the public transport system has also helped deter and detect crime. In our next story, we will see Transcom officers in action as they handle a case of snatch theft.
Victor, a secondary school student, was using his iPhone while waiting for his bus. Unknown to Victor, someone was watching him.
Excuse me, what's the time now?
It's 3.
I mean your headphone time. Your phone can tell time, right?
Yeah.
Why is that guy running? He's barefooted! Hey, stop! Please!
Policeman! Somebody just stole my phone!
Missing direction and what's the description?
He ran that way! He's in black shirt!
Check, call for assistance! Yes, sir. Let's go!
The subject was seen turning into a corner where a coffee shop was located.
Excuse me, sir. Do you see any barefooted man entering this coffee shop? No, I didn't see anyone.
I think he's down there.
Hey, what are you doing here? Why are you hiding from us? Come on.
Come, sir, follow us outside.
Sir, we conducting a search on you. Hands on your wall. Legs wider. Is this your phone?
No.
Whose phone is this? Come, follow.
That's him. This is my iPhone.
Place him under arrest.
Muhammad Amir bin Salamat admitted to committing an offence of snatch theft and was duly charged and convicted on the said offence. He was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment. Here are some crime prevention tips to avoid becoming a victim of snatch theft. Be alert while you're using your handphone in public places. Never lend your handphone to strangers. If the stranger claims he needs emergency help, you may offer to call 999 or 995 on his behalf. If you encounter a snatch thief, call the police immediately. Take note of the subject's description, such as his complexion, height, dressing, or any peculiar features. Remember to let us know the direction of his escape. Note down the registration number if a vehicle is being used by the culprit. For more such crime prevention tips, do visit the Singapore Police Force website and Facebook page. Well, we've come to the end of this episode of Crimewatch. If you have any feedback, do drop us an email. I'm ESP Jessica Ang, signing off.